Brought to you by The Vault.
Hi, I'm Shy.
And I'm Kathy, and this is our Girlfriends Talk Show where each week we have fun and we spill the tea.
Or the wine. Be sure to find us wherever you listen to your podcast and follow us on social media.
Hey everybody, welcome to Girlfriends Talk Show with Shy and Kathy and the Side Chicks. And you know, we seem to be having some side chick turnover, which I believe is pretty regular if you have a side chick. Is that not right?
Well, yeah.
Some side chicks.
I mean, that's what side chicks do. One comes, one goes.
Right.
Easy come,
I've
easy go.
remained pretty constant.
Yeah, you have. But that's the way cool people manage their side chicks, is they rotate them out.
Yeah. Keeps them
You
fresh.
have to have a main side chick with your other side chick.
I guess I'm the main.
Including your main chick.
That's right. So we have Sawyer back, who is our guest side chick today, because our poor MK is sick.
What was wrong with her last time? Oh, she was on vacation.
Yeah, and so now she's ill. We don't believe she's got the COVID. We certainly hope not. But you know, now anytime you get any kind of illness, you probably just need to go get swabbed. Yeah, and it's so crazy how that happened.
Swabbed. You know, years ago, positive meant something completely different than it does today.
It's true.
When you say I'm positive,
I mean, I think about attitude first.
of course you do. Of course you do.
But you know,
Little Miss Pretty.
Oh, thanks. I look really sweet, don't I?
Oh boy.
But I have bad energy per someone. I do not have bad energy. You guys can tell. Anyway, so a couple people that know that we don't have bad energy follow us on Facebook. So if you want to have good energy, then follow Girlfriends Talk Show on Facebook because you have the opportunity to win a prize. And we ask a question of the week. And last week's question was, do you know what mansplaining is? And if you do, tell us what it is. So the two people that answered it were men.
Imagine that.
Go, guys.
I was like super proud of them. Even if they
Yes.
Googled it, now they know. But both Curtis and Marco knew what mansplaining was, and both said that they are not mansplainers. Now
How did they
I actually know Marco.
explain
Snaps for Curtis and Marco.
that they weren't mansplainers?
Well, they didn't really go into it. They just denied it. Deny, right?
Well, I mean, that's good.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
if
okay.
they'd have gone into it, then that would
Then
have
they
totally
would've
been mansplaining that you're not mansplaining.
That was the irony of the question.
Got it.
So
I get it now.
They did not. And I know Marco personally, and I do not believe Marco is a mansplainer, but Marco is a winner, and so is Curtis. And Marco and Curtis, you guys are going to win Girlfriends Talk Show t-shirts. Now, they haven't been ordered yet, but they
Are they
will
going to
be.
have our faces on them?
No.
Are they
they're-
going to walk around with our faces on their chest?
have our super cool logo, and then on the back it's going to say, I'm not a mansplainer.
Oh, that's
I'm
cool.
not going to say that. We're not personalizing it.
I was going to say, that's really cool.
But they'll have the first two.
So two dudes are going to walk around with shirts that say Girlfriends Talk Show.
with Shy and Kathy.
Kathy, I don't think that's going
I
to
think
work
it's amazing. You know what? They can cut the sleeves off, and they can make it like
Cut
they're
the little V.
yeah, cut
All
the
the
V
way
up
down
at the
to
neck.
here.
Oh
Like the big-
yeah, oh no,
And then wear the
Oh.
Wranglers with the belt buckle.
I
mean, that's a cool fashion statement
absolutely
these days.
refuse to give those to you guys if you're going to do that with our shirts. You cannot. It's just not going to happen. It's
Grace.
just a disgrace.
So, what was it? 2 episodes ago, we talked about mask and whatnot, and you had just ordered your very expensive, and leave it to her to do this, very expensive, because remember, she acts as if she's bougie, but she can't be bougie.
You don't know what my checkbook balance is.
She
You have
can't-
no idea
she can't
how
be
much money
bougie.
I got.
Checkbook
She
balance.
tries to be bougie, but she can't be bougie.
She is bougie.
So
I mean, on a
Not bad.
on a
not
medium
bougie.
level. That's right. Not bad and
so
not
that's
bougie.
when we got the names Not Bad, Not Bougie.
That should go in a T-shirt.
Well,
Exactly.
so-
but Miss Bouge decides she's going to order a mask.
this is not about being bougie. This is about being
it
practical.
is total
If you're
bouge.
watching us on
That's
YouTube,
skincare.
Oh
well,
my
it
gosh.
is. It is about skincare. If you're watching us on YouTube, then you can see me holding up my very lovely black silk mask here.
$55 mask, not counting shipping and
was.
handling, not counting taxes.
Well, it was like $60. But anyway, because this company is really super nice. It even has a pocket for a filter. So if I go someplace super grody, then I can put my filter in here. But it kind of feels, because it's slick, because it's silk, right? Kind of feels like the filter might fall out, and that wouldn't look cool. But it's supposed to be better. Your filter's hanging out. I mean,
Equivalent of
these
your-
are things
your
I
fries.
never ever thought that I would have to think about.
If you get another zit on your
I
face
have
and
2
it
more.
comes from that.
I have 2 more mask pimples right here and right here. And
Now,
so,
what makes you think you're not going to get them
because
with
it said it on the ad. And actually, silk pillowcases, because you know I enjoy them as well, they do help with that. So it fits very well. The company was amazing to work with. I'll let you guys know next week if I end up with any more mask zits and how this works out. But I think I look like a silky bandit whenever I have it on. I can't put it on right now because I have on lipstick. But
Oh my
look,
gosh.
look, look.
That's
Use
bougie
your
too.
imagination.
It's like silky bandit.
Oh, you are a bandit.
A silky one.
You are some
silky
kind of
one.
sexy woman.
I mean, why not?
I
It's-
cannot wait to walk in somewhere with you wearing that because
I'm gonna wear it, and
you just totally look amazing.
yeah, dude.
With
Somebody
your
said it looked.
sunglasses on too. Oh
Somebody
my God.
said it looked leather from across the
Oh
room.
my god.
I was like, well, that's a different kind of mask.
Superhero Kathy with a leather mask.
But you know, there are lots of firsts. Like, why would I ever have ordered a mask? I don't know, 6 months ago. I wouldn't have. I received a printer message. I tried to print my notes for Girlfriends Talk Show with Shine Kathy, because we actually do show prep here.
Mm-hmm.
Tried to print it earlier, and for the first time in all the time that I've been using a printer, I got this message: printer needs user intervention.
Well, that's because
That's a
the
sign.
next
I mean,
having a hard time.
Yeah,
It's been a long
is.
year.
the next line is Kathy's $55 mask unveiling. So the printer freaked out when it saw that and decided it needed to tell you user needs intervention.
What I did was I walked up to it and I said, "Hey, printer, I know that you have a problem. I need you to just tell me what it is right now." So I continued to press beep, 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 the little, triangle with the exclamation point
And
in it.
100 copies came out.
No, nope, it wouldn't tell me what was wrong. So I had to try and troubleshoot it. All it needed was paper. But I'm like, why?
That doesn't describe me. I don't know what does.
Why did it not
That's a
just
problem.
say
Someone tries to figure it out.
fill paper? Why did it say
Tell me what's
printer
wrong.
needs user intervention?
No.
Well,
What is
meanwhile-
wrong?
It's the simplest problem.
well, Kathy is, because, every show we showcase our differences, which I think is what makes us best friends.
Yeah.
While she's ordering and wearing $55 mask, on the other side of the world here, in the real world, where
I live in the real world.
average people live, the lower middle class here, I am purchasing Pepsi jugs and pool noodles.
Huh?
Why, you ask? Because
not?
I'm going fishing.
Pepsi jugs.
Yeah, well, I
Where are
say
you going
Pepsi.
fishing?
The only reason why I'm buying Pepsi jugs is because sometimes I buy Coke like to drink because I don't like Pepsi. But I gave Pepsi my money this time because I'm not drinking the Pepsi. I just need the jug. So I'm pouring the Pepsi out.
Maybe some people like it.
So I'm buying this. And today I'm a little tired because I've been rigging up my fishing system. So I wanted to invite you to go fishing with us. And
Where at?
we're doing a thing called jugging. Have you ever done that?
Well, yes, but we can't talk about it on this podcast.
Well, it's probably not that kind of jugging, Kathy. So you wrap the fishing line around the mouth of the
I've
jug,
heard about it.
and you put the hook on the end, and you stick it in the water, and you let it sit. I mean, who wants to sit there with a fishing pole, right?
I think
When you
that
can
that's
just throw a
supposed to be
jug
the
out
fun
there.
part of fishing.
No, it's not. This is the fun part.
Oh.
You throw a jug out there, you drink your cold, whatever you're drinking,
Water.
and
Yeah.
watch it. And then all of a sudden, the jug takes off across the lake, and you go chase it. And it's pretty fun.
You chase it in a boat?
Well, I'm in a kayak, so it's a little rough.
Okay, that I appreciate your invitation.
But
I'm going to regretfully decline.
I have rigged up 6. I was 3 for you and 3 for me, and we can go out.
No,
and make
I
this happen.
think that this is why you have a fill-in best friend, aka a wife, and she likes that stuff. So you can do that. Anyway, we're going to segue
Well, you
out
know
of,
how much my jugs cost?
Yeah,
Oh,
yes,
God.
I do. They're $10,000.
Oh, God. Now that's a question.
I do know how much they cost.
You know how
They
much
were
my
10
jugs
grand, y'all.
cost?
Yep, they were. They're just 5 years old. They're just toddlers.
They're puppies.
Yep.
They're going to kindergarten.
They're starting elementary school. Cheers.
Hang on just 1 second. Do they need a mask?
Your mask wouldn't fit my jug.
I really don't want to know how much your Pepsi jugs weigh. Side chicks, you guys have a question of the day. I was trying to segue out before we got that last question. I don't know how you transition out of, do you know how much my jugs cost? But I'm sure y'all can do it.
I don't know why I set myself up like that.
I had wine come up my nose for a second. So our question was, if everyone in this room was a color, what color would they be?
Kind of like your aura. Like,
Yeah.
what vibe, color you
I
put on.
like it. Okay, so are we even like profiling our producer and PA?
If you would like to.
Okay, I'm going to start with our producer. He is orange.
No, I'd say he's blue.
That's because he's wearing blue.
He's semi-blue.
I know,
I
I
can't
had
read
that
your lips
problem.
because I can't really see. I'm going to say our esteemed PA is a really cool
Shade of
I'm
I
going to say
I was going to say that.
I was going to say green
Forest
too.
green.
But
Me
like
too.
not me. I was going to say almost like a neon-y like lime green, like a really cool like pretty lime green.
retro.
Yeah.
I see it.
Okay.
Kathy is totally fuchsia.
Yeah, she's pink.
100%
100%.
pink.
You're pink.
All the time.
Absolutely.
I'm super
I see
pink.
Chase as a navy blue.
A navy blue.
Like the color of his shirt.
Mm-hmm.
So shy is an interesting color that we like to call aquamarine. Or she could be burnt sienna. I'm just thinking of like weird Crayola colors.
Cerulean.
I'll take
Yes.
You give me.
You're coral.
Oh, I like it.
That's a good question, girls. You would be
Okay, wait
light
a
pink,
second,
Kate.
but we haven't.
Ooh.
Katie's a light pink.
I think Katie is purple.
I see purple.
Mm-hmm.
Or I see yellow.
Or I like yellow too for
I see
Katie.
She's
myself
light
as
pink
yellow.
because she's a baby Kathy. Yep.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little jealous.
All
that
right,
you
so
said that.
today's subject on our podcast is all about insecurities. Everybody has them. Some people show them more than others. Which,
right.
You know, sometimes they get in the way of life. Sometimes they're good to have.
Sometimes you can use them and turn them into a strength. So we're going to give you guys some real life scenarios when we come back and then some ways to cope because we are professionals.
We're all about coping.
And you know how
That's
you
why we drink wine.
exactly
Your jugs
right.
cost, whether they're healthy coping skills.
Or not.
So when we come back, we'll talk about insecurities. So join us in a second. Hey, you! Yes, you! Watching or listening to this amazing podcast hosted by two of the most dynamic and brilliant women you'll ever meet.
Advertise with us and watch your business grow as big as our heads.
Seriously, hit us up at vault.news/contact and find out how affordable you can advertise on our show.
You got to get that full clap in. You know, a half
right.
clap is not all right.
That's part of my insecurity.
A half snap is not
clapping,
okay.
right?
Well, so this whole episode is supposed to be about insecurities. Now, when I was doing my little research that I did, you realize that there is a difference. And I think what we say colloquially is an insecurity is actually being self-conscious about something. So the definition of insecurity is, okay, having little or no trust in yourself or others due to an irrational fear of inadequacy, loss, or abandonment. So basically, it's supposed to be insecure. Insecurity is attached to one of those three things. You're not good enough, you're going to lose something, or someone's going to lose you or, leave you. All right. Being self-conscious, though, means overthinking about how something makes you come off to others. So how others perceive you due to an irrational fear of judgment, shame, or embarrassment. So the difference is what you're afraid of, basically. So if you're insecure, you're afraid of being inadequate, being not good enough, losing something, or being abandoned. If you are self-conscious, you are afraid of being judged, shamed, or embarrassed. So, right?
Yeah, it's terrible to be filled with both of those.
Yeah.
But it happens, and either or both of those things, insecurity and self-consciousness, cause anxiety. So now you can also be kind of genetically predisposed to be anxious and develop these different issues, but that's a different podcast for and somebody that has like PhD on the end of their name. So it's not me. Anyway,
Yeah, I would feel very insecure talking about that.
but there
I don't
are-
know much about it.
but we all
Self-conscious.
but y'all think about it, like we all experience it all the time, and it starts when we're really super young. Even though our parents do everything to, or for the most part, for the most of us, do everything to make us feel like we can conquer the world and that we're, as good or better than whoever else.
There's some things that as parents you
And
could say.
you and I have been our parents.
Because my parents have said certain things that have made me think about what they said the rest of my life.
It has. It is. So anyway, that's word to the wise. But everybody's got a hang up. Everybody is insecure or self-conscious about something. So what we want to do at this point is let's share. Let's have a little sharing and a little caring. We need this world to be a kinder, gentler place. And we all need to realize that underneath whatever it is that you're wearing, whether it's a silk mask or a paper one, we're all the same. So let's go ahead and
whatever it
talk
is you're
about
doing,
what you're
jugging in the river or sitting on your couch drinking wine. We're all the same people.
That's right. Or watching.
Different people make the world go around.
Yeah, and it's a good thing. So, side chicks, we want you to tell us about an irrational insecurity or self-consciousness that you may possess, that you may have.
Sawyer, you want to go first?
I'll kick us off. So I was telling them earlier that I think probably one of my silliest insecurities, because the list goes on, is when I go to like a coffee place or somewhere where you order differently, and I have to like grande, what is the other one? Venti. Like goes right over my head. For
So
one.
do you do what I do and you're like,
I'm small, medium, large, like as it should, and I'm insecure, and do I sweat? Yes, but like
I mean, when you don't understand the lingo, you just
I don't
get it.
understand. And will I put the work in to understand? No, but that's the way we roll.
When I
And
order Kathy's coffee, if she says anything after, like one time we're ordering,
I just text it to
and
you.
when we were together, and you were like, not almond milk, no dairy, almond
No,
milk,
I just say almond milk.
a little on the wet
Americano.
side.
Oh, that
But
was.
anything she says after, I'm like still ordering that. Put your phone down. Put your phone down. I mean, it's like you don't know, you don't understand. That could be part of the drink. Put your phone
That's a
down. Who knows?
cappuccino, a little on the wet side.
Oh well, see,
yeah, so that's probably my silliest insecurity. Is
I
like
get it, man.
Ordering at
It gives me a little bit of anxiety too.
that have interesting little ways
Plus,
to
I feel
say
like-
small, medium, large. Like
Plus, I feel like I'm being judged by like people who have like
Yes.
this really great order that's like personalized to them,
Oh,
and I'm
yeah.
like, medium coffee.
yeah, I either get black coffee, or if I'm feeling spicy, I get a vanilla latte. You know what? I know they make fun of me because
No,
of
they
the
do
way I
not.
am.
they're probably like you can just go to the convenience store and get
They
those.
just-
Yeah. Do I get the gas station cappuccino? Sure. I like
Yeah,
that
I do.
sometimes. But yeah, that's me.
All right, Katie, what about you?
I get really caught up if I stumble over my words a good bit or like mix them up. Like I just spent 2 minutes trying to say sophisticated and kept saying sophisticated, and that really makes me angry and it makes me embarrassed, and I think about it for a long time after.
But are you like really insecure? Do you walk around thinking about that all day long and feeling like that's going to be something you have?
Something I will if I'm drinking and I like wake up the next day and I'm like, oh my God. I told this lady all of these things, and she's probably saying like, how weird was that girl last night? And honestly, I probably asked her like one question and she's forgot all about it.
Aw.
But Yeah, I give myself anxiety about that.
No, it's so much easier getting older.
It is.
Because those things just do not bother me anymore.
I don't know. I can kind of relate to both of them. I do watch my words every time they come out
I
of
made
my
a
mouth
radio career
because
out of
correcting
correcting
my words,
your words.
which probably helped my insecurity.
Sorry. Just trying to prop you up, just to teach you. I didn't
there's
want
no
you to
propping.
continue to say the wrong thing.
Well, but people understood what I was saying.
They did, and they knew you
Just-
were wrong.
You even understood what I was saying because you corrected me.
Uh-huh.
So they understood
Mm-hmm.
in the context.
I was really just trying to help you.
I mean,
But I'm sorry that I had it here. It's
see, I'm sweating. I'm not even talking.
well, it's hot down here.
It is. I'm sweating between my $10,000 jugs. So, an irrational insecurity that I have is whenever I'm talking to, so I was in radio for 20 years, and there were several people that I interviewed. I've interviewed Dolly Parton over the phone. I've interviewed, a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Dolly Parton just came to mind because I was really nervous whenever I interviewed her. I interviewed Charlie Daniels, God rest his soul, and just some other people. So whenever I would get things ready to interview people, T.G. Shepherd, which was amazing. Whenever I would get ready to interview these people, I would get my notes of course, I knew a lot about them because they're country, but I would get my notes together and kind of figure things out. But I always knew that every time I get nervous, I either forget what I put on my notes, or I don't understand how I put them on my notes, or I didn't put it on my notes right. I just know I'm going to screw up. And at the end of the interview,
Do you honestly believe, though, this is why this is irrational. Do you believe
It
if you
is
would have been that bad that you would have had a 20-year radio career?
no. However, every time, which I don't ever listen, just like I don't rewatch these podcasts.
It's ridiculous.
I've watched one. I
crazy.
do not
I
rewatch it.
hate the sound of my
Because
voice.
when I rewatch it, it's not that I hate the sound of my voice. I have an amazing voice. But it's
She gets paid for that.
when I watch or listen to it, there are always things that I'm like, I should not have
But
done
you
that.
have to watch
I
it so
should
you
have done
can
this.
make it better.
Or when I interview people, oh my God, why didn't I ask her that? Why didn't I go there? Why didn't I put,
Ay.
it's just drives me insane. And it's really gotten to the point where I just don't even want to interview people anymore.
Okay. Well, mine's way easier than that. Mine's boogers.
What?
Boogers. Boogers?
You're scared you're going to be showing a booger on
Yeah.
camera?
No, just anywhere.
I do have lots
Do
of boogers.
you know how many people I meet with on a regular basis, and
do.
or that I talk to, and now with a mask, I mean,
Yeah.
you can't even see my cute smile.
Well, it should make you feel better when I'm with you because I would tell you.
But everyone's not going to. So
No,
my
that's
irrational
true.
fear
No.
is, and let me tell you, I had an experience once where someone was interviewing me, and she had, for a job, she had a big booger. And I will tell you, at that point, I was like, I got this because I don't have a booger hanging out of my nose. I do
You
know
didn't
that.
tell her?
She was interviewing me for a job.
Kathy, I would still tell her.
Ma'am, I'm sorry, but you have a
She
booger
probably
in
went to
your
the
nose.
bathroom and said, "Didn't tell me I had
mine's
a
really
big
not
old
that deep.
Booger in the cave."
Anyway.
So I've had to tell people that they needed to pop that zit. Like, that bothers me.
Not during a
Don't
job
walk around
interview.
with a big pussy thing on your face when I know you look in the mirror.
Not during a job interview, you haven't.
Well,
and
before
if you had,
it
you
even
didn't get the
started, I'd be
job.
like, could you go to the bathroom and pop
all right,
that?
and you made them feel more insecure. So,
To your advantage.
speaking of, tell me about a time, and we're going to need to make this succinct. Tell me about a time that someone said something that made you feel insecure and you've not been able to let go of it. And I'll tell you mine right now because it was a long time ago.
Okay.
Somebody told me when I was 15 years old, the only reason this boy liked me, which it shouldn't have even mattered because of the person, both of the people. Anyway, and I weighed 110 pounds. The only reason he liked me was because I had a big butt. So,
Well, you do.
yeah, I do. And I'm proud of it now. Thank you,
What
Jennifer
did you say?
Lopez.
You do.
And I keep it tight and I'm old. And anyway, so yeah.
No,
but
you're still insecure about it. Let me tell you why, as your best friend. Because every time you wear really nice, I mean, you always dress really nice. but you pull your shirt all the way down past your butt because you're hiding your butt.
Yeah, but some of those are tunics. You're supposed to wear
no,
like that.
no. I've had to pick your shirt up a little bit and be like, quit pulling it down over your butt. You
Riddick.
have a nice butt.
Embrace the
Quit.
booty.
Well, I
hiding
work
it like
hard
that.
on it.
Embrace
So
the
you're
booty.
still a little insecure about it.
I'm telling you.
And I'm going to stop it right now because you're going to stop wearing those shirts like that.
So that is something somebody told me a long time ago that evidently I'm still hung up on.
That's what you do with your best friend. You tell them how it is. And it's going to stop today.
Okay, Shy. I am sure that I can probably predict where your hang up has come from, but why don't you go ahead and
My hang up?
or a hang up that you have.
Well, mine started long ago.
Her initials might be MOM.
Yes, my mom
Uh-huh.
has given me an insecurity. I inherited something very nasty, something very ugly, something very disgusting, something that has bothered me my whole life until I turned 40, and I just didn't give a crap about it anymore. We've been so good during this podcast, I didn't want to have to label it explicit.
I think you could have said hell.
So I just that wasn't the word I was using.
Yeah.
So it's a really ugly thing called cellulite, and it's really bad. And
I actually have a solution for you.
no, everybody's come up with this. I
Nope,
had
this one's real.
cellulite when I was 13 years old, and I was very fit because I played nothing but sports. I was actually a personal trainer putting myself through college. And whenever I first started radio, and I trained with my clients every single day. And I was very fit, but guess what? I still had cellulite. It's just what happens.
So your mom said something to you about it?
My mom, at the young age of 12 or 13, said something. I was wearing my basketball shorts and said something about it. And from that point on, because I never got a mirror to look at the back of myself ever until that day.
Aww.
And ever since that day, I get the big old mirror and I'll look in the back until now, because you turn 40, you just don't give a crap about things anymore like that. And so I look and I'm like, oh my God, I've never worn white pants because of that. You know, I don't like to wear shorts.
Yeah.
I hate to, it will be 150 degrees outside, but
That
guess
is
what I'm
true.
wearing? Pants.
I know.
So that's my
Makes me
insecurity.
sad.
I know. Everybody cry right now and drink a glass of wine for me. It's
Well,
okay.
I have a big butt and you've got cellulite. Okay, ladies.
Just is what it is.
I have
my
hairy
grandpa,
arms. It's
my
okay.
grandpa used to talk about my grandma's cellulite, which is apparently where it came from, and he would say, "Look like she'd been spanked with a sack of nickels."
Oh my god.
May I have some more wine, please?
Look like she'd been over to pick
Because this
peas
is really
and along
making
came
me
a
sad.
hailstorm.
And you've got the wine on your
Oh,
side.
sorry.
Topic.
All right, so
Wine
what
and
else?
insecurities are not a good mixture.
It's not because I just want to cry right now.
I've done it.
To hell with you, cellulite.
Boxed wine and insecurities.
I like
man.
my butt.
It'll make you cry every time.
Ladies, something somebody said that's made you feel insecure.
Well, so I was in 8th grade and I went on my first date to the movie theater. Okay, and this little boy.
You went on your
said-
first date in the 8th grade?
Yeah.
Shy was in the 6th. What are you talking about?
I snuck out.
It was my first kiss and everything. Okay.
In the 8th grade?
Well, he told me that I had. hairy
What are you?
arms.
You were doing it in the 8th grade.
Well, nobody knew though. She had permission to go.
That's
yeah.
what you
I'm hot right now.
do not
My
judge.
cellulite is burning off. Okay,
Well,
go ahead,
this
Katie.
dude told me that I had hairy arms and that I should shave them. And so what did I do? I went home and I shaved my arms and I
Aw.
shaved them. And this is also how I overcame this insecurity. So it's a 2-in-1. But
Should we talk about what we discovered last week at after our podcast? Whenever about how like 7 degrees of Shy and Katie.
7 degrees.
I think yes. Right?
7 degrees of separation between Shy and Katie. Well, so Katie's last name is Italian. And so it may be why you have hairier arms, Katie. Seriously, because Italians are hairy. But speaking of your dad, because your dad's Italian,
Yeah.
it's possible that Shy and your dad may have hooked up at one point.
Holy crap. Did you just say
Now
that?
she's really sweating over
True,
there.
though.
I just had a sweat bead roll down my $10,000 jugs.
Shy was almost my mom.
Oh my God.
No, I think you were
I
already
mean, I
born.
kind of see that resemblance.
So we're sitting at
I
my
think so,
house
too.
I think you were a toddler.
drinking wine. Oh my God.
And I pulled up a picture of my dad.
And I said, oh my God, he looks like her type.
And
No,
what,
you hadn't pulled the picture yet. You were telling me about your dad, and you mentioned his name. I'm like, oh,
Well, you didn't let me know.
oh. And then I was like, let me see a picture, and you pulled a picture. I was like, oh,
Uh-huh.
that night at Curls,
Yep.
Vanilla Ice
Also
concert.
Yeah. She even remembered the night.
Oh my God,
Yeah, that was fun.
I can't even think anymore.
Oh,
My wife watches this.
Just by the do you not
I've
think
drank
she already
somebody-
knows?
I've drank somebody's breast milk on the air.
My dad might watch it. I don't know. But
Oh my God.
You do, Dad.
Hey, Mr. B.
Anyway, and if he doesn't remember, I'm gonna feel like that's gonna be a bigger insecurity.
Well, maybe he
so-
just looks like the rest of the guys that you ever hooked up with.
Yeah, it may not even be true. It may be somebody completely different.
Totally looks like the rest of the dudes that I know that you've hooked up with, except for that one. Sawyer. And by the way, Katie, you do not have hairy arms.
No, you don't.
Well,
Look at mine next time, and we'll
I'll
compare,
let
and
you
you'll
know
feel
how I
better.
got over that in a second.
I feel like I cannot follow that whole conversation. At this point, I can't follow up.
Sawyer, whenever
The
you get to be my
possibility
age,
of us needing a paternity test for Shy and Katie.
when you get to be my age,
No, I think this. I'm pretty sure this
She was a toddler.
after 1998.
Okay.
So
Okay.
she's thinking.
We're doing the math in our heads.
Was it after night?
somebody Google Vanilla Ice curls. I don't know.
I will absolutely do that in a
God
second.
help me.
I guess roping it back in to the topic at hand.
Yeah.
I guess okay, I could write a book on my
Sweating. I totally forgot about that till you brought that up. Thanks.
You're welcome.
That's one of my greatest attributes is forgetting.
I could write a book on like physical insecurities and things people have said over the years.
Aw.
But instead, I'll talk about the fact that I'm a very goofy person. If you know me, and sometimes like people can like say things like, "Oh, you're really weird." It's like, "Oh God, okay, never mind, I won't."
And
be
it
myself."
stings.
So you feel
So
like you
then
come
feel like
across
kinda
as
have
weird?
to just,
You feel like you come across as weird sometimes?
Sometimes, just because I can be a lot, because I'm comfortable being silly, and like some people I feel like aren't. And so
Actually, I
can-
thought you were
very
like
comfortable.
a cool chick.
Because she is.
Some
silly.
people, maybe they're just intimidated, and that's why they make me feel bad. But there's times where I try to just be nice and make friends.
You
and
know how
there's
you
The
get over
root
that?
of the problem.
You're just like, look, I'm sorry that you have a problem with me being weird, but
I
I'm
don't
cool
even
with
think
it.
I'm weird. I feel like I'm just more.
Hey, I just want to let you guys know
be
that
myself.
everybody is weird. There is
Yeah.
no normal. There is average, and that's fine.
I think
but
I just
so
be
bored.
I be myself faster than some people will be
I want
themselves.
y'all to
You know
know
how
I'm
some
there
you
people
go.
take longer to open up.
Yeah.
I'm just an open book. The
I
second
want y'all to know I'm
you meet
still
me.
disturbed.
Wait, about hooking up with Katie's dad?
So it wasn't a complete hookup, okay?
Uh-huh.
There's only half a hookup.
That's what they all say.
It was halfway. Oh my God. Does your mom know about this?
I did tell her.
Oh my God! Did you
did.
really? What did she say?
I called her on the way home from your house, and I was like, "Mom,
Oh.
listen." And I told her, and she started laughing. She was like, "Yes."
I
And
feel like I'm gonna
I gotta
throw
pour
up.
one out for Shy right now.
pour the
I'm
rest
gonna throw
in
up
here.
right now. Oh my God! Look at the chills on me. I'm gonna throw up.
No, Mom was
I'm about to
laughing.
call. I'm calling
She was like-
1998, and I'm going to
she
be
was
like,
like, "Poor
"Hey,
Shy,
can
why'd
we
she do
rewind?"
that?
Poor me, I know.
She
Poor
was
me
like,
right now.
You thought you
Poor
like
me
hit the mother load.
She was
I'm
like,
tearing
"Me
up.
and
That
Shy
nice.
need to have a
I've got
conversation."
chills.
He sucks, and I was like, "Yeah."
My heart's pounding. I've got complete anxiety right now.
I don't know. We were going to talk about coping, but there is no coping
if
right
there was
now.
ever a mic drop time, right now is a mic drop time.
You should have brought your tiny mic.
Oh my God! I totally forgot.
She was laughing about it.
Oh, I can't
She was
believe you
all
told your mom.
I had to.
Married. What year were they married?
Oh,
They
Oh
God.
Jesus!
No, that's a whole different.
Yeah. They
Because I
got
swore I
divorced
didn't
in
know.
they got divorced in like 2006.
Oh, I'm good.
2007.
Okay. I'm good.
So you're fine.
No,
I don't know.
It was pre NSYNC, so
pre-NSYNC.
yeah, NSYNC wasn't around. I do know that.
Why does that have anything to do with
I'm not even
when you
born
hooked up
yet.
with Katie's dad?
2006. She was giving me a timeline, and my timeline is NSYNC. The band NSYNC.
No, I mean I knew what you meant.
Okay.
But you base your life off of when NSYNC was cool?
Sometimes.
Oh my God. You learn something new about your best friend all the time.
I do base my life off of
Hey,
music.
you
like
learned
when this song came out, I was doing this. When this, I do base
That
a lot of
makes
my life
sense.
around music.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
I feel you.
probably subconsciously do that.
Because Vanilla Ice was washed up at the time he came to Curl.
It didn't
So it
take-
wasn't
But
the
that
early
didn't take very
90s.
long.
Didn't take long at all. Wow.
She was very self-conscious
This
about
episode
it.
took a turn.
We were going to try and teach you guys how to cope, but we're
don't wanna
not
meet
because
your
we
mama.
can't cope ourselves. Anyway, so our Urban Dictionary, not ours, because I have not made out with Katie's dad, and I'm probably not going to. Anyway,
I need a rag.
Kathy's Urban Dictionary word of the day is yanked.
Yanked.
Now, that kind of sounds like a country word of the day, but it's not because you've given up on that. But yanked basically is a three-way contraction. I know. Combining the words, you are not or you ain't. Okay? So I'm going to use it in a sentence for you. You're going to get this one, Shy.
I don't think I can concentrate on anything right now. Dry me.
Sorry, I threw you off. You ain't riding no bull, sissy. I wasn't going to say anything about Katie's dad.
Yeah, I am, bud. Yeah, I am.
Or you ain't going to tell me I have a big butt and make me feel bad for 35 years, but actually I still feel badly about it. So you did it.
But you're not starting today.
Oh, I mean, I really don't feel that bad about it. I might cover it up, but I mean, I don't care.
Next time, since she works,
Oh my
with all
God,
of you,
no.
She comes in with a shirt pulled past her.
I'll film it and put it on the Instagram.
It's a tunic.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a
Caption, hashtag episode whatever.
when your
if
arms
you know,
are stretched down because you've pulled it past your butt. So that is not a tunic.
It's a dolman sleeve.
Okay.
I worked in fashion for a long time.
Sleeve.
Listen, Katie and Sawyer, I'm going to need y'all to record it.
Oh, I
and
will. I'll be on the lookout.
Point it out and tell her to quit
My
being self-conscious
goodness.
of a good
I'm
attribute.
going to tell you to stop making out with people's dads.
Oh my God. That quit 20 years ago.
No,
Apparently, now they're
actually,
20 years
it has
old.
not been 20 years since you quit making out with people's dads. It's only been a few since you got.
That could go for all of us.
Stop
I feel
it.
like
Let me lock your mouth.
Well, somebody wanted to do that a long time ago. Girlfriend tip of the day.
don't make out with people's dads.
Do not do
Yeah.
things you're going to be sorry for in 20 years.
Really?
It makes for a really good story, doesn't it?
Hello.
It does.
What
We're
what did
good
I buy?
friends
I bought you
now.
that coffee mug that said what?
Bad choices, bad decisions make great stories.
There you go.
And they do.
Cheers to that.
This was a good podcast story.
All right. So
For
again,
some
we're
of-
going to
some
end it.
people.
This insecurity is like you don't know who you're making out with. He might be somebody's dad. But your girlfriend tip of the day is
Never did I think his kid was going to be doing a podcast with me 20 years later.
What are the chances?
they're high, evidently. Girlfriend tip of the day is you're good enough, you're smart enough, and doggone it, you're our girlfriend. Or boyfriend if you're Katie's dad.
Changing them.
Signing off.
Hashtag stay girlfriends. Shy's gonna die right now.